Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite part-time YouTuber Crow, and we've got to talk about bordering and Kris Tyson and DrDisrespect because I personally try to be morally consistent with my positions, and I'm sure there are times when I've fallen short on that. You know, we can all be a little bit hypocritical and everything. I think it's important to acknowledge those things and not pretend we're all perfect. But when it comes to quartering, it's not a situation where it's like occasionally he is just completely off with his morality, but it's like a very consistent thing. And one of the most premium examples of that you will find is his attitude towards Kris Tyson and his attitude towards DrDisrespect. Now, I want to be clear. I am not saying that what DrDisrespect did is as bad as what Kris Tyson did. What I am saying is DrDisrespect was a 39-year-old man who was speaking inappropriately to a 17-year-old. Now, I will read through his tweet here because he got into like a pissing match with Boblax, who I mean has the most neutral takes ever. And don't get me wrong, like I get it. I understand the whole situation where people insist on using the preferred pronouns of Kris Tyson and why that upsets people. And look, I even did a video talking about how his own sister came out and said no, he and him, those are the correct pronouns. He needs a full psych eval. He's got mental health issues, and like I even talked about in my video that I did how he seems to display all these signs of being an autogynephiliac. But it is strange to me that tweaks quartering out, but at the exact same time, he keeps rushing to the defense of DrDisrespect. So let's see here. Pedo defenders, as long as they are trans, here Boblax, whose career is watching other people's content, pretends I didn't disavow DrDisrespect in 100 videos. I just wanted evidence. The difference is clear. We heard from the trans predators victims and saw his messages. Gross. I mean, that's fine. Like, I admit we've never seen the DrDisrespect messages, but DrDisrespect openly admitted to messaging a minor inappropriately. Don't get me wrong. I don't know what the nature of those messages were. I don't know if he was, I mean, all the signs, even his response, it really does sound like it was inappropriate in the more like sexual manner than it was inappropriate. They were talking about all the bad things that they be doing in Minecraft or whatever. But I've got to say, like Hamburger Boy is just so dishonest when he talks about I've disavowed DrDisrespect. I've completely disavowed him. It's not true, right? It actually isn't true. And I've got a bunch of his tweets pulled up, and it's fine if you're like, well, in the video I said it's wrong, you should have messaged minors, but at the same time, what do you mean but at the same time? Like, what's the but that comes after that? I'm genuinely curious. So let's go into it. So over here he goes, there is zero evidence that DrDisrespect is a pedophile. Chatting in any kind of inappropriate way with a minor is not okay, obviously, but words have meaning. The left is pushing the pedo jacket in retaliation to Nick Merckx calling out their grooming. It's super clear. Spam my firm handshakes. Reply to him all you want in the replies. I am right. You are all acting like he got having sex with a 9-year-old. I swear, this guy's a complete fucking idiot. I mean, a complete fucking idiot. I swear to God. What's the argument here? Guys, he's not a pedophile. Pedophile means that you're attracted to a prepubescent child. With DrDisrespect, he's actually an ephebiophile, and that's not as bad. I mean, Kris Tyson is also an ephebiophile because he's also messaging teenagers. Like, you want to talk about how words have meaning? Is that your argument here? This is idiotic beyond fucking belief, okay? They're both talking to minors inappropriately. Now, Kris Tyson's situation is worse because he's got even more minors, and he created a whole Discord server where he was like spamming very inappropriate images at them. So yeah, Kris Tyson definitely worse, but how the hell do you keep spamming firm hand? Like, you set the firm handshake over to. Actually, I got a few of the tweets and everything. How about this? When DrDisrespect responded to the situation, I'm not leaving. Okay, but you totally disavowed him. Well, guys, maybe that was because, you know, DrDisrespect did edit his message, right? I'm sure that he took this down when he found out that DrDisrespect was messaging him, but no, he left it up. He left it up. So it's like, what excuse do you have here, buddy? Like, come on, big boy, like, explain it to me. I totally disavowed him. It doesn't sound like it. I mean, this is still up. Actually, let's keep going. This is not the tweet of a guilty man. I hope DrDisrespect sues that dude into oblivion. He admitted to all this stuff about Dr. Disrespect has already come out, and you were like sucking him off still. And don't get me wrong, like when there was no evidence against Dr. Disrespect, I was saying the same thing. There's no evidence. All you have is a disgruntled Twitch employee who clearly hates the guy. But when Dr. Disrespect then comes out and admits to it, you can't keep talking about how I disavowed him, but also at the same time, let me shake his hand. Who wants to shake the hand of someone who's talking to minors inappropriately? And when I talk about like the moral inconsistencies, I don't get it. I really don't. What about this guy, right? Just have the death penalty for pedos. Win-win. This dude was also targeting teenagers. Like, they're all into teenagers. What we mean, words have meanings, except when it's Dr. Disrespect. Guys, context. It was a 17-year-old. You know, for all we know, she was like a day away from turning 18. What the fuck does it matter? Like honestly, he's 22 years older than the teenager he is messaging. How is this your position, right? I gotta keep playing up to those Dr. Disrespect people. There is zero moral consistency when it comes to Quarter Pounder. And there has never been any moral consistency. All this dude does, like, he's a social climber. He latches onto certain groups. Like, there was a time where, you know, he was the biggest, most staunchest conservative of all. And then he came out and said, well, I'm not actually conservative. Like, whoever said that? I swear, this guy is just, it's embarrassing, right? Like, I get it. Okay, like I honestly do. When you have a firm moral stance, there are going to be times where it means you're going to have to condemn people that you actually like because they violate your moral code. But with quartering, it's like, well, listen, I'll keep attacking Kris Tyson. I'll attack random people online. But Dr. Disrespect, well, guys, come on, let's take a step back. Take a step back, everybody. I've disavowed him, but also, come on, like he's not. Like, come on. This message over here, though, I read it a few times, and I'm like, what is the actual argument? Please explain it to me. You're messaging a minor inappropriately. To me, like you know what Dr. Disrespect was going for, okay? Like, I mean, at least we can assume that. If Dr. Disrespect wants to deny it, that's fine. When he goes, nothing illegal, but I was definitely messaging a 17-year-old. Bro, so he didn't initiate the final step? Like, does that mean he's not guilty of it? He admitted to doing it. And if the argument is, well, she was 17, that's not as bad as a 9-year-old. Okay, well, Kris Tyson was chatting up 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds. So they're not, just because quartering wants us to all be very good with our words, they're not pedophiles, everybody. They're ephebiophiles. It's totally different. No, it isn't. It absolutely isn't. It doesn't mean like this argumentation is idiotic. It's stupid, but I expect it from this guy at this point. But like, I've got to call it out. I do, because honestly, and I know that there are plenty of people that like quartering and everything, but just fuck the fuck off, right? Because to me, when I go through this like quartering Kris Tyson feed and I'm seeing all of this shit, like all of this going on for days, right? And by the way, this was going on when, like, before we actually had the final breakdown of like the messages and everything, before we had the Discord server leaks, before all of that, we already had quartering coming out. I'm just saying, he was very quick on Kris Tyson, like super damn quick to jump down Kris Tyson's throat. But with Dr. Disrespect, it's a complete night and day difference. I like, if this video upsets like quartering fans, just be honest, I don't care. Just like I didn't care when I upset the Moist Critical fans with my with my one video. But like, come on, how do you look at this and say that, oh, a quartering's an upstanding guy? Because to me, it seems like if it's someone that he likes, you know, he'll defend them no matter how heinous what they're accused of. And someone he dislikes, bro, he'll be there with the bat ready to beat that dead horse, even deader. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. When I saw this stuff going on, when I saw him like attacking Bo Blacks, like, look, yeah, I think Bo Blacks is an idiot for using the pronouns and everything, but like, I don't think he's defending them. I think he's stupid for using the pronouns. That's fine. I can call him a complete idiot for using the pronouns. I don't think it's him defending them though, right? Like it is what it is. But when I'm reading quartering's messages to Dr. Disrespect, like, no, this is you defending him, right? This is you defending him. This is you get, like, the whole firm handshake thing is when Dr. Disrespect said he was coming back. Quartering was like, firm handshake, buddy. I just wanted to hear more of the story. Listen, I want to know more of the story too. I do. But he also admitted to messaging minors. I'm not going to suck his dick.